Hello my tarot friends, and welcome in our Under the Magnifying Glass series where we're looking at the Herbcrafter's Tarot. Today we are looking at Madres, so these are our queens of the deck, and I am super excited for them because I love the queens. Now let's firstly look into the queens in general, what they represent in the tarot. And then we're gonna look into each card. I will share with you what I found out or what I discovered when I journeyed into each of the cards. And then we're gonna compare that with what it says in the guidebook. So let's just start, shall we? Queens hold the heart and soul of their suit. They are compassionate rulers, representing the highest aspect of maternal love and mature feminine expression. Their wisdom comes from the heart, and they rule with confidence and gentle power. They're nurturing, deeply connected to nature and environment. Queens channel energies that flow between the worlds of divine and physical realms. They hold a space to nurture inspired ideas into creation. Each queen has mastered knowledge, love, and inner strength for her suit and associated elements. All queens share the element of water, which brings the gifts of empathy, intuitiveness, emotional maturity, and fluidity. They are connected to the full moon, which brings completion and harvest, but also full illumination to the self, casting light onto our shadow that needs to be brought to the surface. In the Herbcrafter's Tarot, Madres are described as follows. They are represented by the herbs that have long had use as nourishing medicine. They are generally gentle, approachable, and safe plants. These remedies go to the heart of the healing. These plants are easy to grow and are abundant and readily accessible in all the climates. These herbs firmly establish the Herbcrafter's role as a community healer. With properties that act deep within the body, they reflect her ability to care for others. They invite the Herbcrafter to actively share with others and guide them on their own path. These herbs represent the calm, reliable nature we have when we are confident in our craft. They approach adventures with love and patience. These herbs call us to a time of peace and a slow pace. As healers, Madres reflect the elements in their most nurturing expression. As guides, they offer the gift of love. How wonderful and beautifully put down. I really love this. Let's firstly look into Madre of Air, which is represented by the herb motherworth. What I noticed when I journeyed into this picture is how full of the plants this whole picture is. It is the time to harvest it. It feels like it is the time that we need to cut this away. They could represent the mind and perhaps too many thoughts that we have. And Madre here is cutting away what is not needed, or maybe cutting through to get to the heart of the situation. A lot of green is on this picture, and I make association with the heart chakra here, which is then associated with the element of air. Although it might feel odd, as a lot of people would think that water is associated with the heart, but it's not, it's actually air. But this in itself shines light onto the Madre of Air's character. She might seem direct, even harsh, cutting away like this, but her actions come from her heart. We can see that she's wearing a bracelet here, and I would guess that this bracelet is made of the stone or gemstone called turquoise, which is a stone associated with deep spirituality, and that to me speaks about her being deeply connected to divine and has a wise and high perspective on things. And then I researched a little bit more about the turquoise and what it represents spiritually. And it says that it has the healing energy of water and enhances wisdom, protects our spirit, stabilizes emotions, promotes regeneration, and blocks negativity. And it's very interesting because we know that the Madres are connected to water, all of them are. So I find that very fascinating. And you will see that 3 of the Madres are wearing some sort of jewelry here, which also is very fascinating, and one needs to question why Madre of Earth is not wearing it. But we're gonna get to that in a moment. Now let's look what the guidebook has to say about Madre of Air. The first 3 points read: quick bite, deep nourishment. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Be fierce in service to the heart of the matter. Wow. Literally the messages I was getting from the picture. A Madre of Air is led by a deep sense of integrity. She cuts right to the point, even if it hurts. Like bitter motherworth, her words may sometimes be hard to swallow, but clearly opens the path to the truth. She knows her values and makes quick, rational decisions without doubting her choices. Just as motherworth softens those with a spiky disposition, the Madre of Air diffuses tension with others using humor and wit. She soothes unchecked emotions and allows common sense to come forward. She understands the execution of purpose comes best from a calm, loving center. Again, a lot of love, heart-opening theme here. Embrace your sharp edges. They create the container for your tenderness. So I love this guidebook, as you know, but the way that the Madres specifically are described in this guidebook just feels so empowering and beautiful and healing and just, so deep. The crafting point I'm going to choose is experience the power of emotional stability. Take motherworth daily for at least 2 weeks. Ooh, interesting. I should try this and see if it makes me feel calmer or emotionally more stable. Let's go to Madre of Fire now. We have thyme here. I love thyme. It's so nice to cook with. It creates a marvelous flavor if you add it into cooking. Now, what I noticed when I journeyed into this card. So Abundant Kitchen screams, join me, let me teach you how. So the energy of the mother and the kitchen is that energy to join in, to learn from her. She's creating something or many things, looking at the bottles here, which speaks about her creative and imaginative character, in my opinion. She is obviously willing to learn because she has books here and probably passes that knowledge forward, considering the welcoming energy of her kitchen space. We can notice a lot of oranges and yellows here, also the flowers at the back and obviously the fireplace, which represents the fire suit. And you probably know by now that the yellow color is associated with solar plexus chakra, which tells me that she is creative, expressive, but also sensual and passionate. Through her boldness and confidence, why did I say sensual and passionate? Because this is connected to the sacral chakra as well, orange, right? Through her boldness and confidence, she is able to manifest her most inner desires. Solar plexus also talks about having inner power and being able to express yourself authentically. We have an abundance of thyme on the table, which is of the color green. And as we know, green is associated with the heart chakra. Because we have it in abundance, this could represent an abundance of love in her heart. We see a lot of blue in this picture as well. She's wearing a blue gown, the books here are blue. And blue is associated to throat chakra, and this tells me that she's a great listener and communicator, but also speaks her truth and is very honest. I wish I knew what stone she's wearing. My guess here would be, you can see that it's like white and blue, so it could be 2 stones. It could either be lazurite, which is associated with truth, wisdom and intuition, which again, throat chakra, or it might be sodalite, which is connected to intellectualism and communication. It is also used to improve clarity, intuition, emotional stability, and self-expression. I mean, it makes a lot of sense if it's any of these stones, to be honest. And now let's look what it says in the guidebook. The first 3 points read, turn up the heat on your creative passions. Creative passions. A warm heart and a spicy kitchen welcome others to your table. Wow, literally what I said is very welcoming and, warm heart, open-heartedness. Oh my god, do you understand why this deck is so flippin' incredible? Stroke the creative fire that burns in your belly. Wow, belly, we have solar plexus chakra and we have our sacral chakra there too, that we just spoke about. Okay, let's look what it says further. It says, the Mother of Fire inspires others by living an artistic life. She teaches from her actions. She encourages collaboration, inviting everyone to play in her busy apothecary. She is upbeat and accepts life's paradoxes. She knows thyme is both a popular kitchen herb and a superb medicine plant. She is driven by a rich imagination and finds magic in everything. Creativity is second nature to her, and her days are filled with inspired activities. Just like remedies made with thyme, she is warm and wholehearted. She attracts people into her home. She radiates vitality and love. Embrace your inner glow. It warms the hearts of others. Wow, mind-blowing. Now let's look into the crafting. Oh, I love this one. Show someone you love them by cooking them a meal. Add thyme to your dish, because she's very welcoming and open-hearted, and all the energies of the Madre of Fire are expressed in preparing a meal for someone that comes from love. And love, they say, is the best spice. Let's now journey or look into our Madre of Water, which is connected to oats. What a wholesome picture, don't you think? I think this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Just, oh, it's so deep, you know, it's so deep, and that in itself expresses her character already, doesn't it? And looking at this picture brings serenity to me. Obvious water suit, because we have a calm sea or calm lake at the back, and we see the fish or dolphin cup here. And I made a side note that if this is actually a dolphin, this brings in another deeper layer of meaning, as dolphins are connected to Christ consciousness, which is all about compassionate actions and coming from love, from open heart. The whole scene is very calming and feels healing. Like I could sit there with Madre of Water and tell her all my troubles, and all would be healed in that moment, in her presence and in the environment that is around us. We see lots of blue, again, relation to the throat chakra, which is about communication, listening, truth, and expression of it. We can see that there are clouds at the back, and these clouds could represent the troubling mind or troubling emotions, which is actually clearing out because the sun is coming in. And sun has healing energy, and it's taking over. We see the buds of a rose here, which is very interesting because this connects us to the energy of the Empress. And Empress is number 3, and number 3 in this deck is associated to Madres. So isn't that interesting here? Empress is all about nurturing, love and compassion, and Madre of Water is literally all those things. There's also a lot of different oat-related medicines here. We can see some oats here, we can see some brew here, obviously the tea. And all that tells me that she can offer us healing on many different levels. We can also notice seashells here on the windowsill, which talks about water suit. She's wearing a moonstone ring, and it is quite obvious that it is a moonstone because it is in the shape of the moon. This stone is associated with the astrological sign of Cancer, which is associated with this card in tarot. How amazing is this? So the moonstone is a stone for new beginnings, inner growth and strength. It soothes emotional instability and stress. It enhances intuition and promotes inspiration and success. And all this, in my opinion, speaks of our Mother of Water's character. She knows about self-care, which is shown through her warm cup of oat tea. Yeah, so this is what I got from observing this picture. Now let's look what the guidebook has to say. The first 3 points read, "Let the Mother of Water soothe your soul." I mean, I literally said that I feel like I'm there and she's soothing my soul. She's helping to heal. Release anxiety by nourishing body and spirit. Open your heart and let your intuition flow. The Mother of Water is a master of self-care. She is kind and gracious to others because she is kind and gracious to herself. As our straw replenishes the land, she takes time to rest. By doing so publicly, she inspires others to do the same. She plants oats in the garden each year to replenish and fortify the soil. She feels full and complete after a day of good work. She understands the power of oat straw and delights in the calming medicine it provides. She knows healing takes time, and she has faith in her daily cup of tea. So she has faith, that connection, that spirituality. You know, she's very spiritual. Just as oats soothe frazzled emotions, the Mother of Water transforms tension into healing. Embrace your emotions. They expand your capacity for compassion. Oh my gosh, I love this. Embrace your emotions because they expand your capacity for compassion. That's beautiful. That's making me emotional right now. Okay, what crafting should I choose here? Take an oatmeal bath to nourish the body, because it speaks about how it's important that She nourishes herself first, so then she's able to take care of others, but also she's being a role model by doing that. Because if, let's say, your children watch you and you're being good to yourself, they're gonna know that this is very important in life. So you should be good to yourself first, so then you can be good to others. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now let's look at our Madre of Earth. Oh man, I was thinking, you know, because she doesn't wear any rings or bracelets here, that perhaps Madre of Earth is so connected to nature, to Earth, literally, that she doesn't need any stone because she's part of, you know, Earth, which is minerals, which is stones, really. She looks like she's the part of, you know, part of nature, like she is growing up from the Earth, basically. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. What do you think? Write it in the comments below, please. Okay, let me tell you what I noticed in this card. So to me, it looks like our Madre is making an offering to God or to the divine, which talks about her connection to divine, but also land. She's grateful for the abundance of the medicine. That's why she's giving the offerings. This whole picture has something very grounding about it. Possibly the brown stones at the background, which I connect to Earth Star chakra, which is the chakra that roots us into the Mother Earth and allows for the flow of energy of Mother Earth to flow into us and through us, but also allowing us to release our own energy into Mother Earth. It is the chakra through which we are all connected. There's something very sacred to this picture, but also feels like our Mother here is connecting to her ancestors by keeping her traditions alive. You can notice a lot of yellow blossoms here that talk about, to me, solar plexus chakra, which, as I mentioned before, is connected to personal power, boldness, your true self, and being authentic, which she all is. We also see there's loads of green in this picture, which again is associated to our heart chakra. So the Madre is acting from her open heart, letting her love out into the world, but also accepting love from others and from the Mother Earth. She might be offering this medicine to a person too, you know, not necessarily to a god or deity or whatever. It could be actually a person in front of her. And in this case, she's sharing the medicine, knowledge and traditions with others, with her community, which is going to help them to keep these traditions alive for generations to come. So this was my observations on this picture. Now let's look into the guidebook, what it says. So the first 3 points are: be a guardian of the wild places, build circles of women, share the medicine. See, sharing. Okay, so it says that the Mother of Earth provides for herself and her community. Oh, I didn't even say what the name of this plant is. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Creosote? Creosote. 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 I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Please tell me if you know. So, like the creosote bush, she creates many remedies. She honors the land as she gathers medicine. She is in good health and inspires others to do the same with her grounded daily rituals. She knows creosote bush thrives in depleted soil where other plants cannot. She too is considered a survivor because of her ability to grow strong. As a true guardian of the place, she learns from creosote, the mother of all plants, how to enhance the lives of generations beyond her lifetime. Literally what I got from this picture as well. She steadily supports her people as well as the animals and plants of the region. Embrace your quiet nature. It is the foundation of grace. Wow, yes, this whole picture, if I could use one word for it, it would be grace, wouldn't it? Oh man, what powerful 4 cards we have here. Okay, let's look into the crafting for this one. Empower future generations. Lead a medicine walk in your community. And I love how this whole deck encourages us to live within our own community, to see the purpose of our own ancestral rituals or things that our ancestors did. I can't remember the word. But it encourages us to dig deep within us, within where we come from, and then it empowers us to keep our own traditions alive and not to steal from other cultures, you know. Which is, yeah, I love this message. So this is it. These were our Madres. I hope that you learned something new, or if you haven't learned something new, please teach me. Tell me something that I haven't noticed. I would really like to hear that. because I'm pretty sure I have not noticed everything that I could. These paintings or pictures or drawings are so rich and amazing, and every single week I learn something new, and it adds to the depth of knowledge of tarot in general. I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful to Letitia and to Joanna to create this deck, because I think this is going to be a deck that is going to be talked about for decades. Honestly, I feel people don't recognize how big and important this deck is yet, but as we walk into the future, which in my opinion is not going to be the best when it comes to natural resources and Mother Earth, considering what we're doing to our Mother Earth, we're gonna look back and we're gonna be like, oh, they were talking about this 20 years ago and we paid no attention to it. Some people pay attention to it, but not enough, I'm gonna say. Anyway, I will see you all next week when we are gonna be looking at the curanderas. The curanderas, which are the kings in traditional tarot. And I hope you're having a lovely time and that you're all well. Yeah, I will see you again soon. Bye bye.